Ted Lasso Season 3 has most certainly been an interesting season of the show so far, with it receiving a lot of comments about it feeling quite different to the previous two. I personally feel it's been able to provide everything that we love about the show and more. Within the past couple of episodes, we saw that the signs that Rebecca's psychic mentioned to her have started to pop up more, and the importance of them has been leaned into. With us being halfway through the season and there most definitely being importance put behind them, I thought I'd break down and explain what I believe they actually mean, and how the character of Rebecca is going to end. So let's get into it. Here is what Rebecca's signs actually mean in Ted Lasso Season 3. Just to let you know, this video will contain spoilers. So all of this started a few episodes back in episode 3 of the show. This was where Rebecca's true journey in this new season began. It all happened when she went to visit the psychic that her mother had arranged for her to go and see, and to Rebecca's dismay, she shrugged aside all of what the psychic said to her, not believing any of it would happen. However, it was at the end of episode 3 where the first one came true, and since then we've seen a couple of others slowly popping up and causing Rebecca's mind to start to believe them. Let's start with why these signs are happening. Prior to what we saw occurring in episode 3 where the psychic predicted certain things that would happen, we saw Rebecca not having too much involvement in the overall story, or at least on a personal level. She was mainly there as the head of the club, and we saw her still living in fear of seeing her ex-partner Rupert and his new partner Bex with their child, planting the seed which we've seen running throughout her character in this season: loneliness. Rebecca was still so held up on her ex-partner Rupert and wanting to impress him and to look as though she was doing well, even if it meant on the inside she wasn't thriving like she was admitting. This wasn't because she wanted to get back with him, but it was because she wanted to show that she was doing fine without him. I feel the psychic's inclusion in this show was put there as a way of providing a real stamping down and visual reference to the turning point that we're going to be seeing in Rebecca. You could argue that since episode 3 of the show, we've now just finished episode 6, that she's morphing into her own individual where the sense of loneliness isn't as apparent, and she's holding her own when in front of Rupert, not allowing herself to stoop to his level, and she's able to put him at the back of her mind, making it seem as though she's now able to start a new life. So I think they're going to be valuable moments that all add up and forge the new Rebecca that we're going to see in the remainder of the season. What are the signs? When Rebecca went to see the psychic, they said a few different things would happen to Rebecca, and that she saw a few different things that were connected to her. They mentioned that they saw her holding a green matchbook. They uttered the phrase "shite in nining armor." They also said that she would be upside down and drenched, and then finally they said that she would be a mother. All things that didn't quite make sense on their own. But as the episodes have gone on, there's been a connection that's slowly been forming between them all, allowing them to almost be like pieces in a puzzle. So what do they all mean? I think that on the surface level, it's quite easy to say that all of the signs have now been completed, other than the fact that she would be a mother, and they all occurred in their own right. For example, we saw Rebecca get the green matchbook when she left Sam's restaurant. We saw her hear the phrase "shite in nining armor" when she was in conversation, and she was upside down and drenched when she fell off of the bridge into the canal. Right now, I'd say the mother one isn't coming true because she went to see a doctor and it appeared as though she was no longer able to have children, which ultimately ruled that one out. However, there are other ways to be considered a mother: adopting, fostering, or even getting into a relationship with somebody who already has a child. I think rather than all of these signs appearing on their own, I believe they mean something bigger when connected as one, and that they all tie into the fate of the character. I think that they are all about Rebecca's love life and her finding fulfillment with somebody new, and I firmly believe that they are all connected to the mystery man in Amsterdam that she spent the evening with in episode 6 of the show. Hear me out. Rebecca being upside down and drenched is something that we did definitely see happen when she was around him. She fell into the canal due to him trying to speak with her, so the connection is extremely strong with that one. Shite in nining armor. Yes, I know we heard it in conversation, but I think that's the show throwing the wool over our eyes and trying to trick us. I believe it's genuinely a mistake and supposed to be knight in shining armor, which this mystery man was for her when he pulled her out of the canal, washed her clothes, fed her, and kept her safe for the night. We also heard in the original conversation that she meant to say knight in shining armor, so that could well be the case. Then we have the green matchbook, something which didn't connect to the mystery man. However, there was a strong sense of the color green that was present when she was on the boat and in his home. There was a green towel, a green box that was opened, green bottles, even the green of the vegetables, which I thought seemed a little strange, only because of how prominent the colour was. Plus, with there being a special VIP guest that is going to be present at Sam's restaurant in the next episode, and the green matchbook that Rebecca got saying Hola on, maybe he could be the mystery guest. We learned nothing about him, and we don't know what he does for a living, so there could well be something that he does in his life that could lead him to be in Sam's restaurant. Then the final sign of being a mother is something that could also be connected to him as well. We found out that he had a young daughter, as we saw when Rebecca entered the bedroom when on the boat. So if she were to get together with this mystery man, and they were to stay together, she could be considered the stepmother. So although Rebecca can't have any biological children, she would still be a mother to this girl. This mystery man mirrored the pain and experiences that Rebecca had gone through with her relationship with Rupert. Like her, he had his family torn apart due to unfaithfulness from his partner, and it caused a tremendous amount of heartbreak, the exact same as what Rebecca had. So it seems as though these two are meant to be together. The signs have had importance stressed over them, and they could genuinely mean anything in the grand scheme of things. However, I do firmly believe that they are all connected to this mystery man that Rebecca met in Amsterdam. It just makes sense, especially considering how relaxed she was after being with him. It showed that he was good for her, and if she had somebody like that around her all of the time, she would be a much happier person. With Rebecca asking him, "Did we?" and him saying no to her. But then once she left, saying to himself, "Did we?" Yes, we did. I think it was alluding to the strong connection that he felt that they both ignited on the night that they spent together. Hence why I feel as though he'll most likely return in the future. It's going to be interesting to see if he does return, if Rebecca looks to find him again after realizing that she wants to be with him, and also if the signs that are getting more of a focus as the episodes go on prove to be related to the potential relationship and happily ever after that could be on the cards for Rebecca. I can't wait to see. So, there you have it, what Rebecca's signs actually mean in Ted Lasso Season 3. If you want to see more videos such as endings explained, theories and predictions, and character breakdowns, then click on the I button. Or alternatively, you can head over to my channel where you'll find them all. If you'd like to give me a show or movie that you'd like me to review, then head over to my Twitter, @brainpilot_, and tweet me what show or movie you'd like me to review next. And finally, if you'd like to see what I rate the latest movies that don't quite make the cut to getting a dedicated video, then head over to my Letterboxd profile. It's where I rate the latest releases in real time. What do you think they mean? Leave a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time.